channel. I'm your host, John Rodriguez, and today we're going to be getting into the Carry Optics division. They had some rule change, which kind of made it interesting that I wanted to play with. So now you can change your triggers. You can use aftermarket slides with lightning cuts. It's a real Carry Optics. So we're going to go ahead and see two different things I got here. This is what I've been using so far. We're going to do a close-up, but basically it's a Alpha Shooting Sports V3 slide and barrel combo with a Holosun. And then I'm going to go into all the internal parts and all this stuff. I also built a Polymer 80 that I'm figuring out if I want to play with or not. Right now it's just the holster doesn't really fit as well, so I don't know if I'm even going to use this. I might just have this as a home gun or whatever. But yeah, so let's zoom in and take a closer look at the slide cuts, serrations, and all the good stuff on the Shooting Sports Alpha V3, and then I'll break down the gun and talk to you about my internal choices. Alrighty guys, so let's talk about the Alpha V3 slide setup for my Carry Optics gun. Alright, so we have seen some rear cocking serrations, angled cocking serrations, real nice, very grippy. We have a nice relief cut here along the side of the slide to lighten up the slide a little bit. They placed their logo very nicely there. They got some angled cocking serrations, some front cocking serrations that match the rear cocking serrations. And if we go ahead and turn the barrel upwards, turn the gun upwards, you'll see there are some front chevrons pointing towards the front of the gun. This came with some Ameriglow suppressor sights, co-witness, and then you'll see some relief cuts up here and in here, and then of course the RMR cut where the Holosun 507C sits on, and then we have the rear sight. I'm really pushing down on this, guys, and it's not moving. The lockup on this barrel, I guess because it's their slide and their barrel, they can machine it to tighter tolerances, but makes this gun super accurate and super nice. Like, I'm pushing down on it and it's not moving. So it's really nice. And then if we go ahead and see the trigger, no pre-travel. All right, let's break down the gun and take a look at the insides. All right, on the inside part, we're gonna have a black nitrated safety plunger with a light spring. It came with a different, striker, factory striker, but with a lighter spring in there. I don't like that setup. I didn't like the way it felt, so I did my own, which is I put the factory setup here, factory striker, factory plunger. Factory striker spring, and then it came with a 2-piece guide rod system. That's not what this one is. This is my 11-pound enclosed system that I ran previously. And when we take the barrel off, it's just a regular stainless steel barrel with some relief cuts on the side. It is a they said it was a 1 in 10 twist cut. It's really nice. The tolerances are super tight and I like it. They have their logo right here, the 9x19 on the side, and then I believe the other side is just one, solid. They didn't do any relief cuts on there, but I really like this barrel, and I've used a couple different barrels, and that's the one I'm running right now. Real nice and clean on the inside. Nothing much to see there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this back. You can see that it's got almost a little bit of wiggle room, but not much. All right, so we'll put that there. All right, now let's go take a look at you guys see it, the real nice cold shiny thing. So the story behind this trigger bar is I had bought, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I had bought a Glock Store Pyramid trigger to try it out, and it shot fine for a little bit, and then it went full auto on me after like 3,000 rounds. And yeah, they told me to send it back, and I was just like, I really don't like the trigger that much. I'm not even gonna bother. So I went ahead and just had it there, and then I needed an extra trigger bar when the other trigger system came in, and I was like, I'll just take that shoe off and put this shoe in. So that's kind of what I did. Alright, so there is my trigger setup. And so that's what, like I said, this is just a titanium nitrated one from the Glock store. It had their trigger shoe on it. I removed it. This is the Ranger Proof Swag Edge trigger. It is manufactured by Royal Arms. I have the original Royal Arms right here. This one's Cerakoted, doesn't have relief cuts, but it does the same thing, the same premise, all right? So it removes pretty much all your pre-travel, all right? You have no more of that spongy first Glock stage, all right? So, and all it comes with is just the trigger and the pin, and then it says for you to grab a punch, and then just punch out your factory one, and then drop this one in. And it's an easy, takes 2-3 minutes tops if you have a punch, all right? And from there, we're gonna go ahead and take this off. This is one of the most neglected pieces from that people do on their trigger, right? They think, oh, it's just a spring, I'll just use the factory one. No, this one is a Glock store 6-pound, right? There's the only one, pretty much the only place I can find it. Always, I just always tell people to go get it from there. The Glockstore.com has a 6-pound trigger housing spring, and that's what that helps you right there. It helps you pull the trigger, right? Because as you're pulling or pressing or whatever you want to call it, as you're doing this, right, that's the more tension you have on it helping you pull back, it's lining up your trigger pull. So this lines up your trigger pull about 1 pound over factory. Just that little piece right there, okay? And then with testing, Ranger Proof quotes that you're gonna shave down about a quarter of a pound feel, or a quarter of a pound, actually it's a quarter of a pound off that. So just with these two things, you're shaving off 1.25 pounds off your trigger pull. Now you add this bad boy right here, right? This is, I don't see a lot of people talk about these. I see a lot of people use the regular Ghost Rockets and stuff like that, the 3.5 connectors, or other, you know, or other manufacturers. But this one right here, it is the lightest. It's the 3.3 Pro Ghost connector. It comes with a little tab right here, and all you have to do is just Dremel that off a little bit. So it's you gotta fit it a little bit. Nothing that somebody can do. I did this one with a little hand file because I can't find my Dremel. So that right there keeps this trigger. This trigger is pretty much at like 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, you know, 2.5 pounds around there. Real nice, real crisp. All right, let's drop that back in. All right, so let's see what kind of questions you guys gonna ask in the comments below. You guys are probably gonna ask me who did my stippling, and I'll tell you the story. So there was a company that was here in Florida, now they had moved, called CH Precision Weapons. The owner is a gigantic douchebag, and ended up, but he had a guy that worked there. His name was Chris Hinkle, I believe that's how you pronounce it. And the guy worked there, and he was an amazing stippler, amazing Cerakoter. And I paid him to do the stippling, and he did it, and it's real nice. I believe he calls it the sprinkle, or it's called the sprinkle. Okay, and it's really nice. I don't recommend going to CNH Precision Weapons for anything. The guy that did this opened up his own shop and is now known as Loki Tactical. I will put an Instagram thing. He does amazing. He also does slides and stuff like that, but he does amazing stippling. All right, so that being said, comes in this guy. I'm seeing a lot of you guys on the interweb talk about the Polymer 80s, and so I tried building one, and I did. It came out pretty nice. Had to do some filing on there to get it to run nice. This has the older version 3.3 trigger, and it's nice. It's slides right in. All right, what I like about this has a solid lockup and solid lockup. The only thing I don't like about it is due to this beaver tail, it makes me feel like I'm holding a SIG 320, and I don't like that feeling of that height right there. So, and that combined with the holster options that you don't have because it's a Polymer 80, because these tabs right here are fat and basically won't go slide into any goddamn Glock holster that there is. So it is pretty difficult, and you have to open up a factory Glock holster is pretty big, or get a custom holster for this. And I'm not about that life right now, so I'm not gonna go ahead and do custom stuff. So I think I might be running this Glock for carry optics. I like that feel. I'm really nice and tight on it. As you can see, my grip goes over the barrel. Yes, I'm left-handed, and that's my grip right there. I engulf this gun, and it feels good. All right, guys. So have a great weekend. It's coming up. I have no matches in the books for right now. I just shot one 2 weeks ago, which I'm gonna probably do a video on the Gunslinger match. But this is gonna be my carry optics gun. Guys, tell me what you think on the comments below, and give me your feedback on any of the products that you see out there that you like. You know, feel free to ask questions. I usually respond within 24 hours. And have a great day, and I'll see you at the range.